Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited about this video because over this weekend I'm going to be doing a solo creative retreat. Essentially I am spending 2 nights in London and I am going to be writing, reading, exploring the city a bit. I'm hoping to go to at least one exhibition as well and just indulge in the arts of London and also in my own creative endeavors. I have done something like this last year. However, I was not writing then. I also don't even think I was reading fiction at that point. So this is very exciting to me because I feel like I'm finally at a place where I not only know what my creative joys are, but I can also indulge in them in terms of filming, writing, reading. I was thinking of maybe doing a bit of drawing as well, but we'll see how that goes. And yeah, I'm really excited. It's going to be fun. I don't have any goals in terms of how many pages I want to read or a word count goal. I will be working on Project Emerald and I will also be reading Iron Flame, but I don't have goals in terms of a word count that I want to reach or anything like that. This is going to be a very intuitive weekend. I'm going to create when I want to create. I'm going to make sure I rest and rejuvenate when I feel called to do that. I'm just going to listen to my body, listen to my creative spurts of energy and go with it, because I feel the past few weeks specifically, although I've been consistent with my creative endeavors, I do feel that they of course are in short spurts depending on work and things like that. So this weekend I just want to give myself the opportunity to indulge in them as much as I want and also indulge in whatever I feel calls to me. So this will give me a bit of a break from my routine and just hopefully inspire me a bit more. I've been feeling very inspired in short spurts, but I'm hoping this will kind of be a bit of a reset for me and just help me get closer to my creative endeavors in general and have a bit more fun with it, have it feel a bit more free-flowing and a bit more intuitive. I just need to finish packing a couple of things and then we're going to head off to London. Hello, I am at the hotel now. It is 3 p.m. Something I forgot to mention earlier is that it's actually my birthday on Monday. So it's Friday today and I'm staying at the hotel tonight and tomorrow night. And then Monday I'm celebrating with my family pretty much the whole day and evening. So whilst this weekend is a creative reset, it's also a celebration of my birthday, like a solo celebration, which I'm very excited for. And as I walked into my hotel room, there is Prosecco, there's a card, and there's balloons, which is so cute. There is also chocolate covered strawberries, which I did request, so I'm very happy to see those. And I have already eaten one and they were delicious. So that is where we're at. Now, initially, my plan was to go to a cafe. So I am near Marylebone High Street, which is just like a nice high street in London. And I initially thought I would go to a cafe close by, do some reading or writing, but now that I'm in the hotel I kind of don't want to leave. It's kind of sunny outside, but it was raining earlier, and also it's going to get dark soon. Well, in like maybe an hour or two it will get dark, and then I'll probably want dinner. So I'm thinking if I try and go to a cafe, by the time I settle in, probably won't be there that long because then I'm going to want to come back or go for dinner or something. So what I'm thinking to do instead is basically unpack my stuff, get settled into the room. I'm going to have some Prosecco. I might have another chocolate covered strawberry and just kind of settle in a bit more. And then I think I'm going to either do some reading or writing in my room because I'm feeling some writing energy. And as we said, we're going to be intuitive with this. And because I'm feeling that energy, I kind of want to sit and write in my room. I think I'm going to go down for dinner and have dinner at the hotel. They also have like a cocktail bar downstairs, so I'm thinking I'll go there as well. Because, another reason I don't want to leave the hotel is because tomorrow morning I actually want to wake up quite early because I have a whole day of things planned. So in order to do that, I need to go to sleep early tonight. So I need to have dinner a bit early and just everything. And if I leave to go to a cafe, then try and come back and then try and go again for dinner, I think it's going to get late and I'm just going to get stressed out and not wake up early enough tomorrow. So that is a long-winded way of saying I am staying in the hotel today for the rest of today. I'm going to unpack and then I think I will do some sprints and then later on we'll head downstairs for dinner. Yeah, that's the idea. So a bit of a change of plans, but it feels much more aligned to what I want to do today. So I'm not going to force myself to go outside when I just don't want to. I should have warned you beforehand that I have not opened a bottle of Prosecco on my own before, so I wasn't sure how that was going to go, but we got there. And now let's do a little taste test. I am not usually a Prosecco fan. Like, I'll usually have a glass when there's a celebration or something, but other than that, I don't really have it much. But let's give this a go. That's quite nice. That's actually very nice. I can have a couple of glasses throughout the time I'm here, so that is very fun. Hello, it's like an hour later, an hour or two. It's about 5 o'clock now, and I just wanted to feel a bit refreshed before I started writing. So I had a shower and I just got into comfier clothes. I just did a 25-minute writing sprint, so I put on a old live and just did like a replay of it. So I did one sprint and I feel pretty good. I got halfway through chapter 5, which is nice, and I think I got that creative energy out of me, and I'm feeling a bit tired, so I'm not going to continue with writing anymore tonight. I have a change of plans again. I'm actually going to do an evening in. I'm going to order room service. I am going to relax, watch some Netflix. I'm probably going to journal. I don't think I've spoken about this before on my channel, but I love to journal. I have 3 journals, and I'm actually probably going to add a 4th one, which will be more of a writing journal. And then, yeah, I'm going to go to sleep early so that I can wake up early tomorrow. And I want to talk about the fact that I have kind of had this list in my head of all the things that I want to do this weekend. And when I actually listed them out on my notes app, it's like a week's worth of things to do. And it's just ridiculous because it's making me feel overwhelmed and drained before I even get to do any of those things. Also, a couple of them are more like outdoors things that are probably more likely to be for spring and summer, and I feel like I'm just trying to jam pack them into this weekend and like make the most out of it, when in actuality all it's doing is making me feel drained and tired. So I am taking a new perspective on this weekend. Whilst I have a list of things that I want to do, I'm not going to be doing all of them, and I'm not going to expect myself to do all of them. There are a couple of things that are priority. Other things are kind of like a hit and miss. Like if I do them, great. If I don't, then I can do them another time. Not everything needs to be done at once. And this is just your reminder that it is okay to take a breather, to take a break from your to-do list, from all the things that you want to get done, whether it is things in your personal life, whether it is your goals in writing or any other creative endeavors you have. It is okay to just take it one thing at a time so that you actually enjoy all of those things rather than trying to jam pack them into one go and never actually enjoy them. that is my little rant. I am going to order some room service. I'm going to put some Netflix on. I'm probably going to read in a bit as well. And yeah, I'm just going to have a nice evening in. And tomorrow will be a fresh day where I just enjoy the moment. I take it step by step and I get through what I actually want to get through rather than pressuring myself to get through everything. Good morning. It is Saturday now and it's about 8:30 in the morning. I woke up at about 7, so later than I wanted to, but I think I just needed to sleep. I've been feeling very drained the past few weeks, so I just let myself sleep a little bit longer than I expected. Yesterday evening was so nice. It was so peaceful. I watched some Netflix. I watched a lot of Netflix. I had my dinner. I did some journaling. I read a few chapters of Iron Flame, which is nice. This morning, I have freshened up. I had a shower, got out of my pajamas and into some comfortable day clothes again. I am like getting ready and then I'm going to head down for breakfast. And I'm actually going to take my book with me because I have this idea of just having, like, after I've eaten, having a cappuccino and just reading a little bit more and just having a very slow, peaceful morning before I kind of get more into the bulk of the day. So that is what we're doing. I just wanted to catch you guys up and say good morning. Hello, I am back in my room now. I changed my top again because I'm actually going to leave the hotel. I realized that since I've got to the hotel, I haven't left. So, first of all, breakfast was great. I did actually manage to read as well whilst I was having my tea. And then when I got back to my room, I just felt really tired. So I ordered a cappuccino and I'm going to have that before I head out. And I am going to be heading to the British Library, which I'm so excited for. I'm so excited to just be surrounded by books and to be able to write and read and hopefully get quite a few writing sprints in, and to also be near other people who are maybe doing something similar, maybe studying, but just all kind of in the same environment. I'm very excited to do that. I'm pretty sure I've been to the British Library before when I was younger, but I don't remember it. So yeah, it feels like it's my first time going because of that. And I'm excited. I think I'm going to spend the bulk of the rest of my day there. It's about 11 o'clock now. By the time I get there, it should be about 12. I will be working on Project Emerald. I am currently writing chapter 5. I started writing that yesterday when I did my sprint in the evening. So I want to definitely finish chapter 5 and then maybe write a couple more chapters as well. And if I do get tired of writing, then I will be bringing my book with me to read if I want to as well. But that is the plan. Very excited. So let's just finish this cappuccino and then we can head straight there. Hello. Firstly, the way you are situated on top of my suitcase, on top of a bunch of pillows with another pillow behind so you don't fall. I forgot my stand at home and you have fallen many times. So I'm sorry about that. And you may fall more, but hopefully you just stay there. So bear with me. Secondly, I just tried to film this update, but I accidentally filmed it on slow mo. So here we are trying again. Now, let's talk about the day from where I left you off. I spent about 2.5 hours at the British Library. I do not remember it at all, so either it's changed a lot or this is in fact the first time I've been and I really enjoyed it. It was very busy. There were a lot of aspects that I didn't know about the library, like for example, you need to have a reader's pass to get into certain areas and to look at certain books and things like that. So there's a lot that I need to learn about it, but I did eventually find a space to sit. I ended up staying there for about 2.5 hours. In total, I think I wrote for probably 45 minutes and then I also did some like admin things in between. But it was very fun. It was very enjoyable. I definitely want to go there more often. I think in a couple videos ago, I spoke and I mentioned that I didn't like writing outside of the house. And I think I figured out why. Because the places I was going to were so close to home that it felt like there was no point in leaving the house in the first place. Whereas because this is further away and I'm getting a bit out, I'm seeing other people, I'm just experiencing a new environment, it really helped for me to one, get out of my normal routine, and two, to just kind of feel a sense of camaraderie with other people that are also working or studying. And thirdly, I just felt inspired. I felt really good and I felt like I could really get into the project. So I really enjoyed that. Something I've been doing recently when writing is actually listening to music on YouTube. Now, a couple of videos ago, or maybe like a month ago, I started a Spotify playlist for this project. However, I haven't really been using it because I was struggling to find music that aligned. I also felt like when I was working on the project, I didn't want to be searching for music. I wanted to kind of already have it there. So on YouTube, I have found like quite a few 2-3 hour long videos that have fantasy style songs. So it's like fantasy, cozy fantasy, and also a lot of them are related to like Akatar and those kind of things. So it's very magical. Those have been great. I've started to create a playlist of that on my YouTube account. So I will link that in the description below and I will make it public because I'm kind of adding to those as I find new ones. But those have been great because I only listen to them when I write, which means every time I listen to them, I feel like I'm already in the mood and it's already kind of set the atmosphere of writing. So I've really been enjoying that and I listened to those whilst I was at the library. So that was very fun. I also ended up going for a walk, and the place that I initially thought I would have dinner yesterday, I ended up having lunch there and I did a bit more writing. I also did quite a lot of reading there. So I feel good. I feel like yesterday we spoke a little bit how I was feeling a bit overwhelmed and like I had too much written on my to-do list. I got through most of it today. I went through the day with a lot more ease, a lot more peace with just getting a couple of things done, and I ended up getting most of it done because I just relaxed and enjoyed each moment, which was so much fun and so worth it. In total, I think I wrote, let's check. In total, I wrote 1,023 words, which does not happen for me often. I usually do very small sprints and just do them frequently throughout the week. So to have like a good few sprints in one day has been fabulous. I finished chapter 5, I wrote chapter 6, and I wrote like a third of chapter 7. I feel really good. I also feel very connected to the story and the project, and scenes are kind of appearing themselves, characters are being developed and kind of making their own choices. I just feel like this story is really coming together. Even though it's very early stages, I feel a lot more connected to it than I have been before. And it feels like rather than going into a writing sprint thinking, I don't know what to write, I'm actually thinking, okay, I can pick it up from here. And I feel like I'm in the flow more often than I have been before. So that has been great today. I've also joined Brielle Wright's Track Bear for February. So she did one for January as well, but I did not join it because I did not want to be held accountable for the fact that I was not writing. But this month, or even like in the past week or so, I've been better at holding myself not only accountable and being consistent, but also accountable to my personal goals rather than comparing myself to other people's goals. So I am personally having goals of the amount of time that I write per week. Currently, my goal is 2 hours per week, so it's about 8 hours per month. I do want to eventually increase this to maybe 10 or 12 hours per month, but this month's goal for February is 8 hours for the month. The reason I am doing it time-wise rather than word count is because when I do it time-wise, I kind of switch between actually writing to a little bit of brainstorming to maybe looking at the outline a little bit. I just want to know that I am working on the project for 2 hours minimum per week, and whether that is actually writing or doing other bits associated with the project, I'm okay with either of them, which is why I'm looking more at the time I spend rather than the word count itself. So yes, I've joined the track bear for this month and I've already got 45 minutes in there, which is so great. My initial plan for this evening was I was thinking of going, so the hotel has like a swimming pool and things, so I was thinking of going there. However, I looked on YouTube and I am a little bit behind on my Authortube content. There's a few people that have come out with videos, I think today. So we've got a Authortube Cafe video from Brielle featuring Cody. We've also got a book haul / vlog from Taylor, and we've got another vlog from Becca. So I want to catch up with those. I actually bought face mask and bath salts from home with me to the hotel. So I am going to have a bath, put a face mask on, enjoy the bath salts, and catch up on my Authortube content. And I'm going to have another evening in, which yesterday I was judging myself for having an evening in. Today, I have spent enough time outside talking to other people and all of that I'm really happy to just spend some time on my own, catch up on some content, and just enjoy the vibes a little bit, quiet down for the rest of the evening. So that is where we're at. I feel really good. I will probably do like a complete debrief in terms of my mindset over this weekend and how I've kind of reset from it at the end of the video. But at the moment, I'm feeling really good. My connection to the project has increased greatly. My relationship with myself in terms of not putting so much pressure on myself to get so many things done, but instead just enjoying each thing as they come has increased. My confidence has increased amazingly because I am not like worried to pull out my laptop and to just start writing on my project in front, like in a public setting, in a cafe or something. I'm feeling really good about that. And yeah, we're actually progressing with this draft. I am on chapter 7, a couple of chapters to go, and I will be done with draft 0 act 1, which is so much fun. That's where we're at. That is the update for today. Good morning. It is Sunday now and it's time to check out. I initially planned to just head straight home after I checked out. However, when I woke up this morning, it was sunny and it's still sunny now. And there is an exhibition that I want to go see, and it's apparently only a 15-minute walk from the hotel. So I will be heading there after I check out. I think that would be a nice way to just kind of conclude this weekend, and I will give my final thoughts and things when I'm actually back home. So let's head out to the exhibition. Hello. So it has been a few days since I went on my solo writing retreat, and I just wanted to give you kind of my reflections on the weekend. Firstly, I have got a homemade chai latte in here again because I've been loving these. I don't know if it's, I mean, obviously it's because it's the warm drink, but I think it's the cinnamon that I put in there as well. I've just been loving it. So I hope you have your own drink with you, warm or cold. And this is actually a new mug that I bought. It says "In Art We Trust." I bought this from the MOCO Museum on Sunday in their gift shop, and I just saw it and I thought, first of all, black and pink, love. And then the words, I just thought, absolutely, this is my new mug. I also bought from there a journal, which I think I'm going to use as my writing or creative journal, which is something that I want to start doing Probably it would be one of my goals for spring, but essentially I just want to have like a creative journal that I could write in, doodle in, just jot down random ideas and things like that. And I have been looking for one for the past few weeks, but I couldn't find one that felt suited to be my creative journal. So when I saw the one at the MOCO Museum, which also said "In art we trust," I thought absolutely this is going to be my first writing slash creative journal. Something else that I bought that day was actually a Ravenclaw hoodie. There was like a Harry Potter store, so I am a Ravenclaw. In fact, if you have got this far in the video, please drop a blue heart in honor of Ravenclaw. So I bought that hoodie. I did buy a couple of other things, but those were all gifts for other people. I also celebrated my birthday, so I went into London, went for drinks and dinner, went to watch the Devil Wears Prada theatre show, and it was so much fun. I went to a theatre show in November time, and then I went to this theatre show, and I have come to realize how much I enjoy theatre shows. I definitely think I enjoy them more in autumn and winter, so that's something I need to keep in mind for next year. But yeah, I loved not only just a theatre show, but that one in particular. Me and my mum love the Devil Wears Prada movie, so to go watch the theatre show together was so much fun. It was an amazing show, kept us entertained the whole time, and the fashion was obviously amazing. Yeah, it was just a lot of fun. I've also gone to work for the past couple of days, so that is what I've been up to. Let's speak about where we've got to, what we achieved that weekend. Now, firstly, my aim for the weekend was a creative reset. Did we achieve that? Yes, absolutely. I felt and still feel so rejuvenated from it. I feel like I've picked up a lot of things about my own kind of creative journey that I want to continue to apply, which we will speak about in a moment. But all in all, I achieved what I wanted. I know I didn't set any particular writing or reading goals for the weekend. However, I do still want to say what I did manage to achieve. So let's open my Scrivener document. On the 31st of January, I wrote 412 words. On the 1st of February, which was the day that I went to the British Library, and then I also wrote in the hotel, I wrote 1,023 words, which I'm so proud of that. That does not happen often for me at all. And so that just felt really good to really get into the project. And on the 2nd of February, which was the day that I was coming back home, I wrote 296 words. So all in all, that's 101, that is 1,731 words, which I am so happy with that. That is almost 2K, just under 2K over a weekend, and it's made me realize that I can write a lot more than I thought I could. It's made me realize that I can actually do longer sprints when I have the energy to do so. I just feel so good about that. I was also reading Iron Flame over the weekend, and I don't remember the exact page that I started on, but it was like 412-ish, and I finished at about 600. So I read almost 200 pages as well over the weekend. So that was a lot of fun. I feel so good about the fact that not only did I do that, but I also had some time to kind of explore London, go on some walks, go to the British Library, go to an exhibition. It was a lot of fun. In terms of Iron Flame, I am towards the end of the book. I'm so close to the end of the book. I am enjoying it. I do think I enjoyed the first one more than I enjoyed this one. There are some aspects of it that I found a bit trivial and just a bit like I had to push through to keep going. And once I kept going, I did kind of pick back up and enjoy it again. But I have found that with this book. So I'm hoping the third book is I can enjoy it a lot more. But that is where I'm at with Iron Flame as well. So in terms of the main things that I've realized over this weekend, firstly, I need to write outside of my house more often. Now, I do enjoy writing at home, so I will still keep those sprints throughout, but I just want to write in other places. I really enjoyed writing in the library. I also enjoyed writing in the hotel bar place because it was quieter and they just had some nice music on in the background. So I think I do prefer the places that are a little bit quieter because when I went to cafes, it was a lot louder. Also, the distraction of food always takes me away from writing, so then I don't write as much as I would otherwise. So I definitely want to get out of the house more and write more. I do think all of these things that I'm going to speak about are going to be things that I want to actually use as goals for spring. So I will be doing a spring video where I speak more specifically about my goals. So that will be something I do, but this is part of that. Yeah, I just want to get out of the house more and write more outside. I think once a month is something that I can do. I do think it would be I do think it would be easier to do in spring and summer simply because it would be warmer and brighter outside. So I want to go outside more. The second thing I've realized is actually breaking away from my routine and not forcing myself to stick to it. For example, on like a day where I would otherwise perhaps only do a short sprint, I allow myself to do longer sprints. Also, on days when I just have planned to not write at all, if I feel a creative urge to write, to let myself do that, because I found that I kind of stop myself in order to do whatever else I had planned. But if I feel the burst come through, to just do like a quick 15-minute sprint if that's all I can manage at that time, and just to allow myself to really follow through with my creative urges rather than forcing them and restricting them onto only certain days or times. Another thing I found that I enjoyed is I really love intuitive creation. That is essentially what I did the entire weekend. Although on the first day in particular, I struggled a bit because I felt overwhelmed about all the things that I wanted to do. Once I let go of that and I just allowed myself to write when I want to write, to read when I wanted to read, to walk when I wanted to walk, to eat when I wanted to eat, to kind of have an evening in when I wanted to. Once I allowed myself to just balance between lifestyle and creativity and ebb and flow with it, I was so much happier, so much more content, so much more productive. Now, there is limits to this. Of course, we have certain responsibilities like work where you can't change it all the time, but things like in the morning or in the evenings, if I feel an urge to write, to allow myself to do so, even if I hadn't factored it in for that particular day, that is something I have found has been really beneficial for me to not only be productive and progress in my project, but to also feel more connected to myself and my own creative endeavors by just allowing them to flow a bit more. So I think those are the main reflections of the past weekend. It was so much fun. I don't think I'll be doing a whole weekend retreat for a while. However, I do want to bring some of these aspects into my weeks and months more often. So I will probably speak more about that when I do my goals for spring in another video in a couple of weeks. But the main aspects are just going to be get out of the house, get out of my routine more often, follow my creative intuition more often, which honestly, I don't know exactly how I'm going to implement that, but I'll figure it out, and then have breaks from my routine and just not feel so restricted all the time. It's been a very enjoyable weekend and week. And that is it for this video. I do hope to see you in the next one. Make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss any. And other than that, happy writing!